So xAI, they raised $6 billion in VC money. That is B the billion dollars in VC money. One of the largest VC running rounds of all time. Which, bearing in mind, I looked back and I was like, well, if it's one of the largest, what's the largest? So the largest is actually like the Microsoft one, which was 14 billion or whatever it was, right? For OpenAI. If we'd have had this conversation maybe 8 months ago, 9 months ago, 12 months ago, whatever, these numbers for the largest VC rounds would have been in the hundreds of millions, like 100 and something million. We're now talking about 6 billion, 14 billion. So, and all of that money has all gone to AI. If you look at the top funding for everything now that's in the billions, every single one of them, including 2 massive rounds for Anthropic, are in the billions. That's the only thing anybody is investing in right now is AI. So they've managed to raise 6 billion.
Side note, could this picture of Elon Musk look any more smug? Like, is that even possible to look more smug than he looks?
It's a weird artistic choice, isn't it?
This image. Axios did it, so I don't know if Elon did this. so it could be an AI generated picture.
Here's the thing. I think
could be.
Sorry.
I think what he's doing is like, how could I get money from people that I could give to myself for my Twitter mistake I made? And then because now he's like, I got this money, and like whatever. Yeah, it's like interesting.
Yeah, so they raised 6 billion. He claims xAI is worth 24 billion, by the way, which, pinch of salt because it's Elon. I don't believe a word the guy says. So, 24 billion.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think someone would pay him 24 billion right now to buy it?
No, not in a million years. No.
To buy,
here's the thing.
Just X?
Just xAI. Yeah. He claims xAI is worth 24 billion. So some of the VC backers are the same people that backed OpenAI, by the way. So a lot of that VC money went to OpenAI. So it's the same people that are throwing their money at all these companies. Rumors are the money will go to build a supercomputer full of the NVIDIA H100s. They're talking about 100,000 H100 chips. That's where that money's going. Wow. So in one pocket, out the other pocket, straight to
quickly,
NVIDIA.
Before they make that purchase, go buy NVIDIA stocks.
NVIDIA. Yeah.
That's what I'm in, man. I'm telling you.
quickly go.
Yes.
Not financial advice.
After our first segment about it.
Yeah, buy it again.
Product-wise so far, though, they only have Grok. Yeah. That's it. Which I don't know if you guys have used this. So we have it through Coder Foundry's Pro account that we have on, because the only place you can access this is through Twitter. You get it through Twitter for having a Pro account. We have the Pro account, or it is the Twitter Blue, whatever they call it these days, through Coder Foundry. So we do have it there. I've never actually gone and messed with it because the times that I have, I'm like, this sucks. It's just bad. It's a meme generator. He's literally said it's like, I forget what he called it, what the exact quote was, but basically it's like, it's the like off the hook version of ChatGPT. It's the one that like doesn't have rails. It's like, sure, Elon, that's great. It'll create weird memes for us. Great, well done. Some people think this is worth $6 billion. My thinking is that Grok isn't worth $6 billion. They must be working on something else that we just don't know. They have to be, because it can't be that. A bad chatbot? There's no way. It has to be something more. So, Sarah, what do you think? Do we think this money makes him compete with OpenAI or Anthropic or whoever's the other companies are? Can this compete? Is he going to have a good product here? And what does it look like?
Okay, so if it was in the hands of anybody else, maybe, right? But I don't trust Mr. Smugface here with $6 billion to make a quality product. First of all, his obsession with the letter X. I don't know but xAI, stop it. Just stop it with the letter X. Like, I don't get it. It is his thing, and it's like just the worst. Like, enough. Not everything in your life needs to be X, right?
It's because he didn't get his way with X before with PayPal, so he's proving a point. It's literally him proving a point. It's like, I am the richest person on the planet. I will call it what I like, and I like X.
Yeah, that's exactly. So that's why I'm saying, like, he is not stable enough to be like, oh yeah, this is what we should do with this product and make like something to compete with OpenAI. He's gonna like do whatever is in his little flight of fancy smug face, and it's gonna be terrible. And no, it's not gonna challenge OpenAI.
I'll offer one counter argument. I'm not the hugest Elon fan. I will say that he has launched rockets to space. He's done really well with that.
Hey, when you've got billions of dollars, you can do
so
that.
Many
he's
people
got billions of dollars
Teslas.
again.
So many people drive Teslas.
Teslas are good electric cars.
Yeah.
I don't know about the Cybertruck. It's a good. You may not like it. You may not want to buy it.
Terrible looking.
Whatever. But what I will say this is, I think larger question is, it's kind of weird that this race to get OpenAI is garnering $6 billion to build a computer. And the people that are over on the other side of this NVIDIA, like, yeah, this chip is $50,000. Next year, it's going to be $75,000 because when they have a 1,300 stock price and they announce earnings, they've got to make more money. So these chips can go up and up and up until either they stop buying them or someone else comes in and makes it a competitor.
Yeah, we need competition, no doubt.
But until you see that, $6 billion. They'll put 50 billion in a company. I mean, that's why I asked the question. I was like, I'm not so sure whether it's worth 24 billion or not. If he did sell it, would someone buy it? They might, Kevin. They just might do it. These guys are investing $6 billion into this, which is crazy numbers. People don't understand how much $6 billion is.
It's so much.
To build a computer that's going to be obsolete in 24 months.
Yeah.
100%. Supercomputers cycle so fast.
So fast.
It's unbelievable how obsolete they become.
Yeah. NASA sold theirs, and I saw the meme where it's yes, but will it run?
Crisis.
Will it run Crisis? And the answer was
Ultra.
no. It doesn't have a video processor.
That's so funny.
That's funny. Actually, cool fact. I have a piece of a supercomputer right here. Look, it's a RAM stick from the decommissioned John Glenn supercomputer that I got to see. It's kind of cool. Yeah, I worked at a Hive Supercomputer Center. And they gave these to staff.
Oh, so that's awesome.
I have number 1123 of 2000 RAM sticks. So
that's awesome, actually.
4 gig of RAM right there. So it's kind of cool. Yeah, a little memento.
4 gigs of RAM.
4 gigs of RAM. Things that you could do.
Yeah. Yeah.
The question is not whether Grok is bad or not bad. The question is, can they catch up to where these other guys are at? OpenAI seems to be the best at the development side of the chatbot side, if you compare it to Google or anybody else. But Perplexity is pretty interesting. They do things. Claude does things pretty nice. So I think they could probably get something pretty competitive here in this chatbot space. The question I've always asked about this is like, what else are they going to do? Like, are you going to pay $6 billion for a chatbot? That's the most expensive chatbot ever.
I don't think that's the case. I think it has to be something else. That $6 billion has to be, they have to have promised something else other than we'll just make the best chatbot.
Yeah, no, text generation
I think
can't
it's just investment in infrastructure, because basically the people, there's two, people that think about AI, they think about like consuming the chatbot or the services that it creates, but those services wouldn't be possible if you have the trained data, which requires like all this preparation, all this work takes a long time to do, and you need the physical infrastructure to do that. So whoever has access to their own infrastructure will be the winner. And that's why I'm saying, and I've been saying forever, that for people like me to get into an AI space, I can't, because I can't even afford one, GPU from NVIDIA, let alone, 1,000,000 or 1,000 or how many you need. And that's what Facebook is investing. It's building that infrastructure. So anybody who wants to be relevant, and I see a lot of these AI companies that are building great services, but when you talk to them, you're like, oh, what are you using under the hood? And then they're like, oh yeah, we're using one of the top 3 providers that, it's either Microsoft, OpenAI, or whoever. And it's kind of interesting that some people were saying invest in building a startup with AI. And somebody that I heard a while back was saying, no, the person who's going to become the first trillionaire is the person that cracks the hardware side of creating more performant chips for AI.
That's NVIDIA. I mean,
right.
I know they're already there. So what I think people need to understand was when people talk about they're scared of AI, they're saying it's going to replace all of human work. And when you look at the actions of these companies, what they're saying is different than how they're acting. They're saying, oh, this is going to be end of human labor, which Elon said this 2 weeks ago when he's talking about xAI. For some reason, they believe this is the best way to describe what we're doing. We're going to consume all of the work. But they need to sell this $6 billion computer in access to an API to a lot of people. And so they're building compute in order for other people to build apps on top of it. That's what OpenAI and Microsoft's doing. That's what Google's trying to do. And there's going to be some losers in this space. at this amount of build out, there's no way everyone's going to consume every one of these resources that have been built out. So we're going to see some winners and we're going to see some losers, but it's not going to replace human work.
Because if you have,
there's no way.
If you have no human work, that means you don't have a
no
paycheck.
one's buying the API.
If you don't have a paycheck, how are you making the pay for your monthly ChatGPT subscription?
Universal basic income, Paul. We know
that's
this.
Never going to happen.
Basic
it's
income.
never going to happen.
But the income has to get generated from something. So like, it just doesn't make sense. I mean, like I was talking to Kevin, when you talk about ending all of human work, and saying that we're just going to go home and someone's going to write a check, whoever that is, the world government,
for
whatever
what?
it is.
Yeah.
We can't even automate a McDonald's at this point. Like if you wanted to fully automate a McDonald's where we could go eat, because, you know, we're not allowed to plant crops. We're not allowed to shop. We're not allowed to do these things. We just sit at home and it comes to us. It's not possible without humans right now. And even if you could, how much would it cost to say no people work at McDonald's?
Yeah.
A McDonald's in Kernersville would probably be $100 million building. Like, yeah, that doesn't make sense. We're not doing that.
That's a lot of technology. Yeah.
We'll hire 10 teenagers and we'll flip some burgers. I think we'll just do that. And I think that's what's going to happen when
that's
people
the thing.
Realize.
It's technically possible, but it's monetarily not feasible. There's not enough money on the other end of it. $100 million investment in the building, which I agree with all the and all the AI and everything you need to do it's going to take an absolute fortune to put together. It's going to take you decades to recoup that. So what's the point when you can just get people and spend $15 an hour on them and pay them as you go? And it's like you've set up a $1 million thing. Like it's like literally 100 times less to get going, I'm sure.
The other irrational thing is people think that these robots, you just have to make them once and then they just run forever. Like they never have to be fixed or changed out parts or anything like that. You're going to need at least mechanics to fix the robots. I mean, like it's
other
just
robots.
Well, and here's the funny thing is these are the same people who like complain about their PC breaking.
Right,
like,
exactly.
Like you don't think that happens with like larger, more expensive technology?
Listen, here's the litmus test to see if your job is going to be replaced by AI. Once my grandmother's neighbor is able to have a robot come and fix her printer, then I'll be like, all right, this is it. Because I get that request. She's like, you're a developer. You could fix my printer. I'm like, how does that even make sense? I could fix it. It's like, please leave me alone. Funny.
Yeah, my T1000 would kill me, but he just can't get on the Wi-Fi. Can you help me out?
Yeah.